Hey guys, Dugiedugdug here and welcome to the video. And today I have a really cool redstone invention for you guys. This is a survival redstone invention, and it's been a while since I've done a normal redstone invention video, and that's just because I've had so many projects coming out. For people who are new to my videos, I've had quite a few projects coming out over the past couple weeks, but just because this is back to a normal redstone video does not mean it's any less good than any of the videos that have been out, because I absolutely love this invention. So, as you can see from the title, this is a 4x4 chicken face door. Now, what I wanted to call this is a chicken door, but I didn't want people to get confused and think it was like a door for chickens, so I've had to call it the chicken face door, which is a little bit less catchy, but oh well. So, as you can see, we have a 4x4 door here, well, 4x4 like pixel art thing. It's chicken, we've got a pop out, I'm just standing at this angle so you can see the pop out beak and the pop out beardy thing. I have no idea what I meant to call this. And I've got a lever up here with a bit of delay so that we can see the actual opening. And as you can see, this face gets deconstructed. We have a full floor here. As you can see, a little block popped in there. And that's just to finish the floor off, because I didn't want it to be like that when you tried to walk through. So I've got a system to fill in the floor. And if we just keep hitting this, you'll see, yeah, it runs on a lever. You could just hook it up to a T flip-flop if you wanted it to run on a button or push plates. But I actually really like this door, and it's a 4x4 door, which is a pretty big piston door. Okay guys, so the first thing I want to say is that this is actually the first kind of the first original piston door I've ever done on this channel. So I've done the 10 doors in 60 seconds video, which I didn't really explain, but actually all of the doors in that video were original. I'd made them myself, but I didn't actually feature any proper like big doors like this one. So this is actually the first piston door on the channel, so let's celebrate, I guess. Anyway, this is the stripped down basics like redstone of the circuit. No extra blocks are in here that don't need to be, and as you can see, it's a little bit complex, but it's actually not that bad. It was a lot bigger. We had an extra system on here, and some extra redstone at the bottom here. But I actually managed to compact it all down, take it all out, and it's actually compacted to, if we just come over to the side, you'll see, it is now 9 by 12 by 3 blocks. So it's 9 across, it's 12 high, and, well, kind of deep because it goes into ground. And it is 3 wide. It is just 3 wide. I did actually try really hard to keep it in this 3 wide bit so that you could have it open into another room behind the door, because obviously that's what doors are for. But yeah, so this is the stripped down redstone of it, and this is what you'll need in this chest. So for anyone that wants to follow this tutorial, quickly pause the video now and get all of the stuff that you need. So what you'll need is 12 sticky pistons, 1 hopper, 1 dropper and 1 comparator. You'll then need 7 repeaters, 19 redstone dust and just the 1 redstone torch. What you'll also need is a bunch of building blocks for the redstone to go on, and then you'll also need some blocks to build the chicken. Now I suggest the wool, so just all the different colours of wool, and you won't need many of these, but you can use different blocks. Like it looks really nice with iron blocks instead of the white wool, but yeah, you guys can work that out and mix and match yourself. Okay guys, so you will also need 1 redstone block, 1 slab, a few unmovable blocks such as obsidian and furnaces, and 8 slime blocks. And basically, I'm an idiot, and I forgot to mention this during the video, but make sure you gather those things up too, because they will be needed for this door. So let's get going. Okay guys, so just quickly before we get into the tutorial, I actually forgot to mention in that clip there that you will actually also need a lever for this build, which is just obviously the activation. If you're going to do this with like a button hooked up to a T flip-flop or some other form of hidden input, then obviously don't need this lever, but you will need it if you're just building it the way I'm doing it. So let's get started on this tutorial. So obviously the first thing we're going to do is we're going to want to build our chicken face in the space where you want the door. So we're just going to build this here. So we're going to need this kind of T shape with the red at the bottom and the yellow on top. 2 white wool blocks back here, or whatever you're using, and then we'll need a black block. Oh, whoops! A black block here and a black block here. I can't fly around today. And then fill the rest in with white, and that will make us our chicken face. Now we'll be moving this around a bit, breaking some other blocks during the build, but if you just build it now, then it gets it kind of set up for where you want to have your build in your survival world. Okay, so let's start the wiring. So the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to straight away, so I'm just going to move this out so I can grab these white blocks. We're actually going to straight away move these 4, there's 2x2 here, 4 white blocks, up 2 blocks so that they're above the door, the face, and put 4 slime blocks on the back of that. Then what we're going to do is directly above those slime blocks, we're going to put 2 pistons facing down. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to really simply run 3 blocks along here, and this block here will be your input. So if you want to change that to a different type of block, I actually am going to change it to just yellow wool because I've got that in my inventory. Then you can do that, and what we're going to do is put the lever on there, and that is our input. Then we're going to put some redstone here, and we're going to put a repeater between it on 2 ticks. Sorry, I'm going into my inventory a lot, guys. But yeah. Okay guys, so now you're going to take one of your unmovable blocks, put it here next to the slime blocks, and put a piece of redstone on it, and that's already the first bit of the system done. So as you can see, we've got the slime block double piston extender there, which will bring the kind of forehead, I guess, of the chicken in, and that's probably the simplest part. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually put a block there, which is where the wire down to these pistons will come out, but we're actually going to first put these pistons down. So what we're going to do is make this little kind of backwards L shape out of pistons, and then take out this bottom one. So we've got these 3 here, and we're going to do the same on the other side. Now make sure there's a 1 block gap between your pistons and the blocks, obviously because these pistons are going to extend to grab these blocks. So then what we're going to do is run a line of redstone down here, and it's going to go on top of the, oh no, it's not going to go on top of these, sorry, it's going to go just here, and that will bud power this top piston here, and then we're going to run it down to this block here, and then we're going to place some redstone running up, just normal redstone, no lag needed there, and then on this side, straight out of this obsidian block, we're going to make sure you don't have any blocks joining onto those slime blocks, by the way, just so you know. Make sure you get rid of any scaffolding blocks. We're going to put a repeater here on 2 ticks, and we're going to put a block on the face of that repeater, and then 2 blocks underneath like that, with a piece of redstone dust on here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a block behind this piston here, and then we're going to wire it up to this bit here. So we're going to go 2 along and 1 up like that, and then we can join all of the redstone up here. And now what we should have is most of the chicken is working. So as you can see, all of the pistons extend there, and we should pull out these 3 blocks on each side and the little forehead bit that we made earlier. So that's the most simple parts of it done, and now we need to pull these 6 blocks here for the bottom of the face down, and that's kind of the hard bit. So what we're going to do is on the bottom of this block, let's just dig out some blocks to place it. We're going to put a sticky piston here, and then there's going to be a bit of ground we're going to dig out here, so I'll just show you guys how to do that in a second. Okay guys, so you're going to take your redstone block, you're going to put it on the bottom of this sticky piston here. Then what you're going to do is run off here off the side, 1 block lower than that, off where the side of this will be when this piston extends, and you're going to run 2 blocks diagonally down like this, and a repeater coming out of the bottom, repeater coming out of the bottom on 1 tick. Then what you're going to do is make a little L shape like this running around the corner with redstone dust, and then you're going to put a repeater here and a iron block on the top. Then coming out of that iron block, you're going to put a repeater on 1 tick going into the block here, sorry, not that redstone block, going into that block here with redstone on top of it, and then a block next to it with a piston on top, which will be facing in towards the door and should be just under this white wool block here. So the next bit you're going to do is the actual wiring for the pistons of this double piston extender here. So you're going to put a repeater on 1 tick going into this unmovable block here. And what I forgot to mention earlier, actually, apart from all of the other things I forgot to mention, is that you will need a slab. That's just 1 slab, so hopefully that shouldn't be too much trouble for you guys. But just a slab there, any kind of slab with a repeater on top on 2 ticks. Then what we're going to do is get our building blocks back, and we're going to put 1 on the end of that repeater and 1 down diagonally from it, and some redstone dust here. Then what we're going to do is place 2 pistons here, and what we're actually going to need to do is place 4 slime blocks, but we're not actually going to place all 4 of them now. We're just going to place 2 of them. We're going to then flick this lever on. This is just the easiest way to pick up all the blocks, and then we should see that it's up here. We place 2 more, and that way we don't have to move all of these face blocks down. And now you'll see that if we flick it, we get all of the stuff pulled out the way. What we're also going to do is put the other floor block, so this will be whatever the same one's floor is, here, and then you'll see it's just above the white block here, so that'll be concealed by this yellow wall here, and you'll see that when you flick it off, that gets pulled down to floor level. Now what we're going to wire up, guys, is the rest of the system for this. So this will actually, if you have a floor block here, what the system will already do is pull that floor block out the way. But what we're also going to make it do is push it back in at the end, because obviously it needs to be able to reset itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to take output from this redstone dust here. We're going to put a torch here, which is why we needed this to be a slab, and then we're going to get a redstone output thing here. Sorry, redstone dust here. That's what I'm saying. Grab your dropper and your hopper, and then you just throw any random item into your hopper. So I'm going to use redstone torch. Make sure that's gone into the dropper, and then you're going to place a comparator and a repeater coming out here. This repeater just needs to be on one tick, and we are done, I think. So if we just flip this, you'll see that it gets pulled down, and oh, I didn't actually have the floor block in there. And then if you flick that again, it'll get pulled out, and this will get pushed up. Flick it off, sorry, and the floor block will get pushed back in again. So that is actually the whole system. What you can then do is just fill in the floor here. What you'll actually need to do, guys, is if you want to fill this floor in here, which obviously you probably do, you're going to need that and those two down there and these 4 around the top to be unmovable blocks. And apart from that, they can all be normal blocks. That's just so they don't get stuck to the slime blocks. And yeah, so let's just fill that in. And then you can fill obviously your ring around here, so let's just do that out of iron blocks. So we filled that in now, and as you can see, if we close this, we get our nice chicken face, and if we open it again, then we get it all opened up, and our floor block there was just pushed back in again. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even if I did forget a bunch of items earlier when I was talking about what you needed to build this. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this redstone invention, guys. So thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, please like, comment and subscribe, and goodbye.